Good evening and thank you for joining us. Investigators are searching for answers after a grass fire raged out of control near the Lloydminster Petting Zoo yesterday. The blaze broke out just before 1 o'clock in the afternoon, threatening a residence south of the zoo. After 2 hours of intense fighting, crews managed to control the fire but stayed on scene, dousing multiple piles of railroad ties that were also burning. How the fire broke out is still a mystery, but no property was damaged by the blaze. Despite the rainy weather, a fire ban is still in place for the regional municipalities surrounding the border city. Police are searching for one suspect after an armed robbery in Lloydminster last week. Take a look at this surveillance footage of the man Mounties are after. RCMP say he entered a business in the 2600 block of 50th Avenue on Monday, May 14th at around 11:30 at night. He demanded money, then fled the store with hundreds of dollars. Luckily, no one was injured. Though the robber's face was concealed, police say he's roughly 6 feet tall and was wearing a sweatshirt and a black coat. Anyone with information is asked to call the Lloydminster RCMP or Crime Stoppers. National Road Safety Week has wrapped up with the Lloydminster RCMP sending a strong message to drivers to buckle up and slow down. A total of 225 tickets were issued to drivers during the campaign, which lasted through the long weekend.
It was a fairly successful week. We've had, I guess, quite a few infractions that were dealt with by our members this past week.
And while the number of people slapped with infractions is high, Sergeant Huss says you have to remember that they had numerous units working together to target unsafe drivers.
You know, driving it's a privilege. It's not just a given thing for people, and we need to respect the rules of the road. It protects the public and other people that are out there.
Of the 225 tickets issued, 50 were for those not wearing a seatbelt, 90 for speeding, and 10 for drinking and driving infractions. There were 15 vehicle crashes also over that time span. One is being investigated by a collision analyst with pending charges. Well, construction of the new $16.5 million RCMP building is still on track and on budget.
Walls are on, floors have been poured on the main floor and now the second floor as well. We will be getting the roof put on that fairly soon.
Officials say construction inside the building will really amp up when that roof and walls are complete. RCMP members got a sneak peek of their new home and liked what they saw.
They were oohing and awing already, even though it's only partially constructed, but I can hardly wait for them to be able to get into that building and out of the facility they're in.
Part of the building will also hold offices for Municipal Protective Services. The finished attachment will give the RCMP roughly 3 times the space it has now and house around 60 staff. Construction is expected to finish next May. The Saskatchewan government has appointed its 12 regional health authorities. Leanne Sauer is the new vice chair of the Prairie North region. This is her second term. Previously, she served as a regular board member. Sauer is one of 2 members appointed from Lloydminster.
The board looks after all the health care, including acute care, long-term care, population health, which includes things like public health, that kind of thing. So it's a pretty big job.
The RHA will be busy this term with a few key projects.
We probably have the largest percentage of our population that do have access to a primary health care site, but we do have a gap in Lloydminster, and that's a major part of the population-wise of Prairie North.
Prairie North will also will overlook the construction of the new hospital in North Battleford and continue its goal of seamless service between Saskatchewan and Alberta. The United Way is stepping up once again to help local schools. The Notre Dame Elementary School in Bonnyville is receiving funding to help keep its Breakfast for Learning program alive.
The United Way has sponsored us since 2005. We started the program then and they gave us $5,000 and now they've upped their yearly donation to $9,000. So they just gave us a check for $9,000.
Though $9,000 may not seem like much, it will be put to good use.
We have 2 ladies that run our program, cook the meals, serve the meals, do the dishes, do the cleanup. So it helps support their wage. Any incidentals we need, we just needed a new dishwasher, dishes, food,